Hello again, you join me as we're just passing the Nethy Bridge Hotel in the heart of Speyside in Scotland, heading out to do an interesting walk that will take in a number of notable sights. Along the way we'll pass through the Abernethy Golf Club and head to Castle Roy, with Abernethy Old Kirk right beside it. We'll then head down to the River Spey, crossing the wooden Broomhill Bridge, before heading along the banks of the River Spey and then back through a forest on the banks of the River Nethy. Let me show you on the map. So here is Nethy Bridge Hotel, and we're heading past the golf course and along to the Old Kirk and Castle. Then it's a winding route along to the bridge with a little detour up to the Strathspey Railway Broomhill Station, and then along the banks of the River Spey, a quick lunch stop, and then along the River Nethy to return to the hotel. All in this is a walk of 10.5 kilometres and took us 4 hours at a leisurely pace and stopping along the way a few times. By the way, this map is available for you to download free from my Facebook page. I'll leave a link to it in the video description. So let's get going on the walk. It's a lovely sunny day today, but it is a bit windy. By the way, the Nethy Bridge Hotel is a Victorian manor house style hotel built in 1898 and over the years is said to have been used by many famous people including Cary Grant, Mae West and Lauren Bacall, among other famous royalty, celebrities and political leaders. This building sits on the site of an earlier inn which was meant to have been built in the mid-1600s, although there is a suggestion that an earlier building was here as far back as 961. We're now at Nethy Bridge Golf Course, unusual in that it has a war memorial in the middle of the 8th fairway, which was inaugurated in 1922. However, the club itself was founded way back in 1893, and this 9-hole course has been here since 1895. We'll be walking through the forest at the side of the course for a bit as we make our way along to the castle. Coming into view now is Castle Roy and Abernethy Old Kirk. We'll head to the churchyard first for a quick look around. This building was built around 1767 with renovations in 1873 making it what you see today. Although no longer a regular parish church, it still sees occasional services and events, although today it was locked up and it wasn't possible to see inside. In the graveyard there are some stones with inscriptions dating back to the mid-18th century, by the way. Next to it is the unmissable Castle Roy. This fortress was most likely built by Clan Comyn sometime between 1190 and 1220, making it one of the oldest unchanged masonry castles in Scotland. It's constructed as a courtyard stronghold of which only the outer walls survive today. Over the years, ownership passed through the hands of Alexander Stewart, so-called the Wolf of Badenoch. Check out my video of King Usi on this channel for more about him. Eventually, in the 15th century, it came under the control of Clan Grant. However, by the 1500s, it had been abandoned as a residence and fell into ruin. It was only in 1994 that a group of locals formed the Castle Royal Trust and purchased the site for just £1. They began working to stabilise and preserve the structure, and today you can visit this remarkable castle for free. So we're heading on now from here along the B970 road before turning off to make our way down to join the Speyside Way path. Here we'll double back on ourselves and cross Altmore River and then join Station Road, where we'll head along to the Broomhill Bridge. I'll let you enjoy the peace and quiet of this part of the walk, and I'll catch up with you once we get to the bridge. And here we are at the Broomhill Bridge. Completed in 1894, it stands where an earlier bridge once stood before it was washed away by the River Spey below. This structure continues to form part of the main road into Nethy Bridge from the busy A95. There's lots of traffic on that road, and you might hear some road noise in the background a little. We're crossing over this bridge and heading a short distance to the Speyside Railway Station at Broomhill. Steam train services operate almost daily from here, and we'll see a train go past when we stop for our lunch. For now, we make a quick visit, use the toilets, and head on back to cross the bridge again. So now as we come off the bridge, we're going to cross this stile to head down to the banks of the River Spey. Here we're heading along a fisherman's path till we reach a small beach where the River Nethy joins the Spey, and we'll stop there for lunch. Okay, the train has passed and we've finished our lunch, so the next part of our walk is through a wooded area on the banks of the River Nethy. This area is famed for its lumber trade in the past, and as we walk through the woods we cross various channels dug to allow the logs to be floated down to the Spey from the woods around Nethy Bridge. It was only around the 1950s roughly that this method of timber movement was abandoned, but the evidence still exists today. We're now back in Nethy Bridge and heading back to our starting point at the hotel. It's time for a well-earned beer as we enjoy the last of the summer sunshine. I hope you liked coming along with us on this walk today. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video somewhere else in the world. See ya!